Hey hun, I'm Chloe and this is the tuck spin or baby Jamilla tutorial. My mission here is to share my passion for pole dancing and make pole dancing easy to learn and accessible. This is the 33rd video of the beginner pole trick tutorial series. In order to maximize your training out of all the videos, I highly recommend you to start from the very first video of this playlist, as the tricks will be a progression of the video before. The tuck spin or the baby Jamilla is a great foundational move to move into the intermediate move, which is called either apprentice or the Jamilla. So we shall break this one down very thoroughly today. This trick tutorial is mirrored for your ease of learning. I'll also have a red wristband on my right wrist and my right ankle to indicate the right side of my body if you do get confused of the directions. This trick tutorial is created for you for informational and educational purposes only, and for you to enjoy learning pole dancing from the comfort of your own home. Please participate at your own risk and don't work beyond your capability, and seek help or spotting when necessary. For any medical concerns, please make sure to seek professional medical advice. Please also make sure you warm up your body before you start this trick tutorial. I have a warm-up playlist depending on your level under the playlist warm-up, so you can try that before you do the trick. If you enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know to create more of these kinds of videos, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet so that you are notified every single time I upload a video. If you're looking to further your pole journey and learning tricks and dance together, then consider learning on my online learning platform, Pole Art Vault, where we put tricks and dance together into a combo and learning an entire routine with combos and dance together. You can find the link in the description below for further information. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get into the tuck spin or the baby Jamilla tutorial. Alrighty, let's get into our conditioning. For our conditioning today, we are going to try our side knee tucks. So, we are going to start on the left side of the pole, onto our toes. Now from here, inside hand comes at neck height, outside hand just goes over it so that it is cheek height. Now from here, you're going to squeeze your armpit in to the pole and then think about tucking your elbow down to the floor. Now make sure you're pulling the pole all the way down. We're gonna start tilting our body over towards the pole, and then you're gonna tuck your knee towards your chest and then coming down. Now, when you're doing these, if you have done a knee tuck before, with your knee tuck, we keep our posture upright, but for this particular one, we are going to lean towards the pole. So thinking about, if you're standing on the left side of the pole, your head pops out to the right side of the pole. All right, let's try 4 on each side. All right, onto your toes, look over your shoulder, tuck your knees. Good, and 2, and last one. Well done. All right, let's try it on the other side. Now, when you're trying your knee tucks, try to keep or maintain the same height as much as possible rather than dropping down. I know these are hard, but it'll come with practice. All right, into your armpit, inside hand at neck height, outside hand right over it, squeezing into the armpit, looking over that shoulder, or popping your head to the other side of the pole, and leaning forward, tuck. 3, 2, and last one. Well done. There is your conditioning done. Alrighty, let's get into our tuck spin or baby Jamilla tutorial. You can do this both on static or spin. I'm going to show you first on spin and then we'll go into static. This is what your tuck spin or baby Jamilla looks like. Alrighty, now let's try our baby Jamilla or tuck spin together. Now, in order to get this one, we're gonna try this from the floor first, and then we're gonna try advancing in to doing it from a standing position. So starting from a kneeling position and then moving on. Now, we are going to come onto our knees on the left side of the pole. Now from here, you're gonna grab the pole with your inside hand at neck height, outside hand at cheek height. Now from here, you're going to lift onto both of your feet, and then you're gonna start tilting your head over towards the pole. Now from here, you're gonna bring your inside knee up towards your shoulder, and then from there, outside leg goes over it, keep your hip tilted, and then there is your tuck. Now, in terms of your grip point for your tuck spin is your tummy. So this is a very new grip if you haven't done this one before. It's your tummy grip and also your thigh grip. So just right on this part here. So if you don't have your tummy exposed for this one, it is gonna be a little trickier. So make sure that you expose your tummy and your legs so that you've got that optimal grip. Now make sure, again, that when you're doing this one, that you're leaning forward and then leaning to your side and forward at the same time so that you get that tummy grip as well. If you only lean to your side, you won't get that grip on your tummy, so you have to lean side and forward, and then you should be able to get that tummy grip. And now let's try it on the other side. So again, starting off on your knees right next to the pole. Inside hand comes at neck height, outside hand at cheek height. You're gonna start coming onto both of your feet, lean towards the pole, lean to your side and forward. Inside leg comes up first, so the leg that's closer to the pole, towards your shoulder, and then outside leg goes over it, keep tilting to your side, and coming down. Well done. And there is your tuck spin, or I should say tuck from the floor. Now, let's try this from a standing position. Now, if you need to try this a few times from the floor, make sure you keep doing so. It is the best way and the easiest way to come into your tuck spin. Now, for those that still need a bit of guidance in terms of coming into your tuck, or if you need to at least just feel the grip point, what you want to do is lie all the way onto the floor. So instead of coming onto your feet, you can just lie onto the floor, wrap your body around, and think about bringing your knees so like into this little cradling position, like you're having a tummy ache. So your grip should be right on your tummy and then on your legs as well. And then this is the positioning you want to be in your tuck spin or a baby Jamilla. Now, let's try this from a standing position. Now, if you're starting this from a standing position, it is obviously a little trickier. So what you're doing is, if you're standing on the left side of the pole, again, your inside hand on the bottom, outside hand always on top. You're stepping in with your outside leg, and then you're gonna tuck your inside leg up and then outside leg up. So stepping in, step with your outside, bring your leg up, tuck, and coming down. Now, again, make sure that you bring your legs all the way in so that you get all that optimal grip on your tummy and your legs. Good, all right, let's try it on the other side. So inside hand on the bottom, outside hand on top. Make sure that your hands are about shoulder height. So any higher than that, it's gonna be really tricky. So just about shoulder height. From there, you're gonna step in with your outside leg forward, bring your inside leg up, and then outside knee on top, and then lean all the way to your side. And coming out. Well done. So there is your tuck spin or baby Jamilla on a spinning pole. Now, let's try our tuck spin or baby Jamilla on a static pole. Now again, if you try this thing on a static, that means that you're gonna have to give yourself a little bit more momentum. So it'll be a little trickier, but we will get there. So we're gonna start off with stepping out with the outside leg, and then you're gonna swing your body all the way around, and then you're gonna come down. So again, make sure that you give yourself a little momentum. So step big, swing your leg around, and then you can step out. So we go step, tuck, and coming out. So make sure that your body is horizontal to the pole. So you want to think about really pushing your bum all the way up and leaning towards the pole. All right, let's try it on the other side. So again, both hands about shoulder height. You're gonna step out with your outside leg, swing your leg, tuck very quickly for the extra momentum. So you go step, tuck big, and coming out. Now, when you're gripping the pole on a static pole, remember not to overwrap your hand too much, or if you grip too hard, then you'll end up overwrapping your wrist around. So try to maintain like a very loose grip, and that's gonna help you swing around the pole a little bit more. So this will all come with practice, and the more you practice, you'll definitely get better at static. The grip with static and spin is very, very different. Well done. There is your tuck spin and baby Jamilla on a static pole. Let's go through some tips and common mistakes. Common mistake number 1 is your body positioning in your tuck spin. Now, in terms of your body positioning, I very often see our body positioning almost at a diagonal rather than your body horizontal completely to the floor. Now, when you're doing your tuck spin, make sure that if you can't do it from a standing position yet, just try it from the floor first and then reposition your body so that your body is horizontal to the floor. Now, what I mean is, I've seen some tuck spins where your body is sort of like just at an angle, but rather than at an angle, you're trying to twist your bum all the way up and then you're leaning over to your side. So, again, make sure that you have enough grip on your tummy and also your leg, and that way you get all that grip that you need. So, you're trying to lean to your side and forward, and then that's gonna help you grip onto the pole even better on your tummy and also in your leg. Now again, when you're in your position, try not to lean backwards. If you try to lean back away from the pole, then you won't have that grip, and then the more you lean forward, you'll get more of the grip. So think about leaning all the way to your side, pushing your bum up as high as you can, and you should be able to come into your tuck spin successfully. Now, second tip I want to go through is tucking your knees. Now, commonly, if you feel like you're not getting into the right position, it might be because you're not bringing your knee all the way towards your chest. So make sure that you keep conscious of bringing your knee all the way towards your chest when you're tucking. So again, when you're coming into your tuck, rather than just trying to lean, bring your knees all the way towards your chest. So rather than just leaning to your side, bring your knee all the way in. And then as soon as you bring your knee in, you'll start to feel all that engagement in your tummy. So you should feel all of that grip that you need. So again, if you really need to try this from the floor, this is like your best way to sort of feel where your pole should be sitting. So try coming all the way onto the floor, or you can just try this from your kneeling position, and that's gonna help you get into the right position a little better. Now, third thing I want to go through is making sure that you have optimal grip. Again, if you have any material interfering with your body, saying that your tummy and also your upper thigh here, then it's going to be really hard for you to grip. So make sure that you get rid of any material interfering with that part of your body. And if you have dry skin, or maybe you have like really sweaty body, then you might want to invest into the right grip for your body type. So if you have dry skin, you need something a bit more tacky. So I would recommend you shaving foam, especially liquid gel shaving foam. And for those that have sweaty skin, you might want to invest into something that is going to dry your body out. So maybe liquid chalk or antiperspirant, those will be a great option for you. So making sure that you have optimal hand grip and also body grip as well. Now, when you're coming out of the trick, make sure that you control out of it, or else this can be a cause of injury as well. So rather than just jumping in and out of it, I want you to really control your up. So rather than go stepping in and just jumping into it, which could be a cause of injury because you don't want to like snap your muscles or getting into like a really abrasive position, try controlling it as much as you can. So you want to step, pull the pole down, control it up, and then when you're coming down, control the descent as well. Not only will it help you with injury prevention, but it'll also help you condition your body to get stronger to be able to execute the tricks better as well. Now those were all the tips and tricks I wanted to go through. Now before I let you go, a little mindset tip for you today. Now the tuck spin or the baby Jamilla is actually quite a tricky one. It's one of those tricks that people start to maybe trip over or finding it a little tricky. And that is totally normal. So if you don't get it the first time around, especially for this particular trick, or honestly, even any of the tricks, then make sure that you're kind to yourself and don't take it too hard. Now, some tricks are obviously way harder than others, and that is very normal, and some tricks that you might find hard might not be for others. Now, if you really want to nail down a trick, totally get it, and that's great, and I want you to keep persisting on it, because sometimes you might feel like, oh, if you're not getting the trick and you've been trying it, say for example for like a month and you're still not getting it, you might feel like giving up. Now, if you give up there, then you might have been one step close to succeeding, and you will never know that. You will never know until you actually try it and you keep trying it. Say for example, in my instance, I've had tricks where I felt like I would never get. Some tricks took me 2 years or even 3 years to get, and I finally got it after 2 or 3 years of just failing. So just think of it as, if you're not getting it right now, you might have been, or you might be, just a step behind succeeding. So make sure that you keep challenging yourself. It's not a fail anytime until you completely give up. So don't give up, we got this. Thank you so much for joining me in the tuck spin or the baby Jamilla tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the very next tutorial. Bye! Thank you so much for joining me in... Freaking hell, why do I always forget? Oh. Dwarfs? Hello? No. Alright, you keep sleeping there, baby.